uh, time to end the game. Do believe. It's time. Time. You know, thing with the stuff. Right. It really sucky. Final ball.
Hakana Sagamos. Hakana Sagamos.
Yep. Just a cool little book like that.
La Fenu Venido.
All right, all right. 101% complete. So this is about probably where I'm going to leave it because I think um fuck, what is it? There's a few other things obviously I could do. Um one is the God's Home DLC, which is somewhere around here, I believe. But it uses it's a boss rush effectively. Um, it's for those who really are good at the game and want to test their abilities. Guess who's not good at the game? Behind the controller. Yeah, yeah. It also involved getting all the warrior dreams completed, in which case, go back to the not warrior dream, but all those. There's a few other things I can do to get like the max amount of dream juice of the orange slices and turn them in. That'll give me a few percent complete. I'm probably missing some hidden areas on the map as well. And then, oh yeah, I forgot to do this vendor. Um, I didn't forget to do this vendor. I kept putting it off, and now it's the end of the game, so I'm not doing it. Um, yeah, there's just a few things. Oh yeah, and like the hunter journal, and like getting all the charms. Um, I could get these charms, and I could also upgrade them to be unbreakable, and then I'm missing two other ones as well. And I can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered right now. Actually, getting those three charms and making them unbreakable with these cash items like out of the guy, that probably would be feasible for me. Um, but yeah, like it's really all like a very small amount of little things, some of which I don't want to do. Um, a lot of which would just be tedious for me. Some people would probably enjoy trying to get like all the ghosts around the map and going back to the resting grounds and turning it all to OJ, to the lady, to the seer. Um, Other people would really enjoy God Home. Um, that NPC would be easy. That one, but I forgot to do it. There's also like, um, oh yeah, re-challenging the dream version of the bosses, like I did for the False Knight. Um, It's a thing for I think like another like 4 bosses. I think there's like 5 or 6 total that you can do. So it's just that there is a good amount. There's like a half decent amount more to do, but a lot of it I'm just kind of like, eh. That would maybe get me up to like past 101%, and I think once I complete the game, it'll be 102%. Like my previous save file. But this is all I really care to do. This is all we're doing. Plus, much like Nightmare King Grim, this is going to take me. Oh, fuck. Ow. Ow. Oh shit, here we go.
Get the...
Okay, we're... Ow. Oof. Fuck, I suck at this. Oh my, dick on a stick. We did it! Oh my fucking shit. I do that first try. That was all practicing with Nightmare King Grim. That was all like 20 tries, and Nightmare King Grim just culminated in beating the crap out of Radiance. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did it. Holy cow, I thought that was gonna take me like 2 hours. Or more. It did the first time I played through this game. Oh, it's such a wonderful game. It's beautiful looking. The soundtrack, just listen. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, no, like... Oh, it's such a good game. It made me really excited when they were like, oh, we're gonna have Silk Song and you get to play as Hornet. Because again, in the end, the ending somewhat explains it, like Hornet And some of the lore you find at the end that like Hornet was a child between the king and Spider Queen, in trade for her help with containing the Radiance with the Hollow Knight. Which, by the way, you're not the Hollow Knight. That was the Hollow Knight, the guy originally containing the Radiance. By the way, go look up the lore. Now that we've seen this, this is an ending that I'm fine with. It's not the best ending, because that requires the most skill. That requires you beating God home. But you know who doesn't want to sit there and beat my head against a brick wall? Me. Yeah, they sent this message out to people. They had that 7 years ago when they first released Hollow. They're like, we'll meet again soon. They've added DLC since then, but they were, I think, like a year and a half to 2 years. They were like, oh, we're going to have Silk Song, and it'll be a free DLC to Hollow Knight because you guys backed it. And then they were like, oh, we actually have such good ideas. We're going to make it its own full game. Oh, it's the secret ending. To be continued? Oh gosh, they really... Mr. Mushroom better be in the sequel. Percentage, 101%. I wonder what I did more of last. Yeah, that took me 28 hours. I did a lot, but like... To get an ending... That would probably take you... Like, there's achievements for both 10 hours and I think 5 hours in completing the game. Granted, you get the, quote, worst ending. Yeah, Steel Soul mode. No shade, no reviving, death is permanent. Ultimate challenge. No! I believe that also adds to your completion percentage of, like, if you do Steel Soul, it will add like a couple percent to your save file. What did I do before in this file that I didn't do here that added percent? Besides the 8-hour difference. Oh yeah. If you're of the Metroidvania type, that would actually be the file where I'd try and go Charms and Silburas, the Lubras sing. Leave Zote to die. I don't have that. I will never get that achievement. He's not a great bug, but you know, he's our bug. The weird part is like, okay, when I'm on Steam, the Happy Couple achievement has a lower completion percentage than the Nightmare King Grimm achievement. Like, what the flying fuck? So many people either didn't go back to try and find the Nailsmith or see what happened to him after you didn't kill him, or they just fucking killed him. Rude. Witness spend a final moment. Oh, it says final. Oh, he did die. There's a lot of people, I think, because Quirrell is another character that people liked. I think a lot of people were just like, oh, maybe he's still alive somewhere. it's implied he walked into the blue lake and stayed there. Especially since his sword is right there, and after you do that, usually Hollow Nest is kind of getting a little yeah, so that might be. It's either the final is it's the last time you see Quirrell, or it's final is in his final moment. When you leave, he goes, "Well, time for dying." Hera, that's the person. That's Hornet's mom. But yeah, Hornet like going in there at the end and just being like, "Let's fucking go!" Like, that's great, great of her. Yeah, I can't believe that last time I didn't complete Trial of the I don't know what it was. When I first played this game, I had such a more difficult time, I feel. Like, I think I was better at video games back then. That was years ago. That was 5 years ago. I wasn't so old and out of shape. In terms of, like, gameness and, like, you know, like, timing and stuff like that, I wasn't as good. I guess I'm a little better at strategy. Still. Yeah. Oh yeah, there it is. Speedrun 1 and 2. Complete the game in under 5 and 10 hours. 10 and 5 hours. Yeah, Dream No More. So yeah, I mean, I would recommend looking up the lore, because there's actually a neat story going on back here. But yeah, from what you can glean, and I guess what other people have gleamed a little more, who've like, is the max completion percentage is 112%. I believe that includes on one save file doing like Steel Soul and God Home, which I am not doing because that sounds terrible. Oh yeah, achieve 100% completion and finish the game in 20 hours. No. Steel Heart. Steel Heart achievement. Yeah, True Hunter I could probably get as well, and Keen Hunter, but you know. Passing of the Age. Oh. That Mr. Mushroom was. Yeah. Beat the Nightmare King and complete the ritual. Son of a bitch. It didn't take long, so I don't know, like, how I got, like, weirdly better at this game. Yeah, achieve 100% and 12% completion. And finish the game. I don't know. I don't know. Oddly enough, it would be completely broken, and I don't know how they would implement it in a solid way. Maybe they could do it where, like, but a New Game Plus would be kind of thing, I think, game. Where you start off the game with all your charms from before and everything else. Because, like, especially, I don't know how you farm Geo in this game. Like, there's a few ways to get a lot of Geo. And I don't know how you necessarily farm it, you know? Only way I can think of is I think the, just run, like, one of the Coliseum runs. Probably not Trial of the Fool, because that's actually kind of difficult. You probably wouldn't beat it every time. But, like, do, like, the trial, one of the, like, that middle trial or something like that, or maybe even the first one, just because and you just grab as much Geo as you can, and then you go and do it again. Because you need, so that guy that sells you, like, the breakable or the fragile, those 3 fragile charms, not only are they several hundred to, like, what, like 1,000 Geo or like 1,200 Geo per charm, it also, you can make them unbreakable with the Grim DLC. but it costs you like 10,000-ish, like 10 to 15,000 geo per charm to make an unbreakable version. Like that's just fucking rough. How do you get that much? How do you farm? 'Cause I think the first one is like 9,000 geo. I think the like one of them is like 10 or 11,000, and I think the last one's like 14,000 geo. I don't think I ever had 14,000 geo in my pocket during any point of this game. I was at 13,000, so I could probably pretty easily try and grind it out, but like, that's a lot of fucking money. But yeah. Go look up the story of Hallownest and the story. Again, you can kind of glean what happened. But there's a few things that it must be hidden somewhere. Maybe they had like, you know, comics or something outside of the game that kind of tell you what happens a little more in depth. But yeah, you can. But yeah, there is what goes on? Like, basically the king. He was a giant worm. Like, since they're bugs, like he was literally a giant worm. They call it WYRM, like a big dragon in this game, which is kind of funny. Because they're bugs, and to him, he was a giant dragon, effectively. And then when you defeat Heart the second time and go to grab the King's Brand, that's where he originally became the Little King. He, like, molted and put all his essence into that Little King body, effectively, that you see in the flashback, or the Dream Realm version, I guess, of memory version, whatever you would call it, of the White Palace. And then that White Palace, and then from there, he, like, gives bugs sentience, effectively. And then oh. Yeah, Godmaster DLC. This is the rough one. I'm trying to think of what's happening for. Yeah, like the king like gives sentience to bugs and creates Hallownest. The city of tears, effectively. Him and them all create like trams and like the sewer system and stuff like that. Wild. But I guess it, like, there was also the Radiance, who kind of represents nature. You know, bugs being at the level we see them, you know, in real life, of just like an ant's an ant. It's not, you know, pondering the mystery of life. It's not sitting there going, what is life? What is being alive? It's not pondering that stuff. It's being an ant. It's like, I gotta get food. Gotta bring it to the queen. Oh no, I gotta defend the nest. Like, those are its thoughts. And so as bugs like turn to the king / receive the king's blessing of sentience, effectively, Radiance tried to grab them back by force. And then eventually, at some point, I guess it was made so that way he tried to make the Hollow Knight. So basically, him and the Queen had a bunch of children, which are all the little Void guys at the very bottom level of the map. He was experimenting with Void to trap and or kill Radiance. For some reason, he couldn't do it himself. I don't really quite get that part. But him and the Queen do that, and then eventually, when it came time they found a way, and through enough experimentation, they made the Hollow Knight, which is the penultimate boss fight of the game. It's the one right before Radiance. Where you, like, it's the guy who we just dream world in his head to get to Radiance. And so you as the knight are actually just one of the first experiments. Or one of the previous experiments, I should say, before Hollow Knight, because as they got Hollow Knight, they're kind of like, this is what we need. And they raised him up to be like Great Warrior and just completely void of everything. So that way, because he needed to contain the void, so he could suck Radiance into himself effectively and just be full of void. So within Hollow Knight is actually the void. Standing within the night. That's the little ghost thing that pops out of you is void. It's you actually. It's crazy. Oh, the lore is so cool in this game. But anyway, yeah, like, I guess in the meantime, yeah, they make it in the plan to contain Radiance. They also, Hera has a child with the king in exchange for her help in containing the Radiance. And yeah, and what is it? The other two just help the king. And yeah, Hera has Hornet. And so the Hollow Knight goes and contains Radiance. And it's sealed away by the three Dreamers. Basically, they're all, as they do that, seal away in Hollow Knight, the Radiance in Hollow Knight. The three Dreamers go to permanent sleep, like coma, something, magic, whatever. They seal them away, and then they go ahead and they do the thing with the stuff. And then eventually, I think the king dies or molts again and leaves or something like that. Something happens, the king goes away, everything at Hallownest goes to shit. It just completely disassembles itself. And then by the time, in the meantime, Radiance is slowly leaking back out of Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight went wrong. He is not completely full of void. There's, you know, he's not perfectly void like the Knight. Knight is actually perfectly void, apparently. Or at least close enough, I believe. But yeah, so Hollow Knight contains... There is grip on containing Radiance is slowly loosening, and it's leaking the orange, that the infection. And so once the infection starts, to reach the rest of Hallownest, it resurrects all of / zombifies the bugs in Hallownest, both dead and still kind of alive. Those are the bugs you're fighting, are all the zombies, effectively. Um, yeah, and then you play it, and then the knight is effectively called back to Hollow Nest. How the knight got out of Hollow Nest and escaped, effectively, like, probably escaped the basement area, kind of, if you think about it. Because he was contained, I think, with everything else. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look that up. But yeah, he comes back from the Howling Wastes in the beginning of the game. From beyond the Howling Wastes. And then the game proceeds. You do all the things with the stuff. And kind of resolve the sins of the past, as it were. But yeah, we're done with this game. I didn't think it would take me first try. I don't know how I did that first try. That's actually silly. I'm literally just padding out time by explaining all that stuff. That's all I'm doing. I guess I'll see you guys next time. I'm trying to think if I'm gonna. Okay, I played Hollow Knight so I could play Silksong. Silksong is out. Man. Guess I'm gonna play Silksong next? Oh, I was supposed to play Expedition. Here we are in life. Here we are in life. Having fun with Expedition. Shit's weird, man. Shit's weird. Have a good night. Morning, day, evening, time of the crow. I don't know. Whatever time it is by you. Their time. Have a good witching hour. What is the witching? What time is the witching? On mouse. Plugged in, I know. Okay, the witching hour is between 3 and 4 a.m. So, if you're listening to this during the witching hour, have a good witching hour. Don't get witched. Thing? Is that a verb? Is getting witched a verb? Probably not. Whatever. I'll see you guys next time. Maybe with maybe with Silksong. Probably with Silksong. Adios. Good night.